But yeah, I didn't want to leave off like the way I left it because I definitely have to explain where I'm coming from with my perception on this topic. But tune into part one of this topic. It'll say part one at the top of the screen title here. This one says part two if you're catching up with us, and me giving my commentary and reaction. Everything I state on part two as well is just my expression, commentary, and opinion on everyday real life events that affect us all directly or indirectly every day. What do I mean by that? Whether we pay attention to it or not, it's affecting somebody close to you, somebody around you, or it's just never far from us. You know what I mean? We think every day. Well, for example, Eugenia Cooney, this lady I'm talking about, she has nothing to do with me. She's not my daughter. She's not my niece, right? She's nobody I should care about particularly, but she is to somebody. You see how that works? We can use her as an example and also learn or see what we can learn or see what it is we need to learn, right? Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button to show your support, and then I'm about to just go ahead and dive in. Um, Remember to subscribe as well so that you are notified of all future videos, live streams, and interviews in the near future. Okay. So yeah, I just think where I left off saying is it's sad, just how there's no way for me to even cut corners with this topic when it comes to the truth of just how small, and I'm a small lady myself. In my opinion, I've been small all my life. I never was a really big lady or young lady. I just never, if I got to be specific, I don't think I ever got, and I left off saying why I was particularly a good candidate for this topic. Every vessel, every temple, every body is different. Number one. If this is not true, why is like why do we all have different so I feel like that alone is true. Like we're all different internally first. It's just worth considering, even with Miss Eugenia Cooney. And she is, I left off saying in part one, she is one of the influencers of the world who chose to, American influencers, not only make a life and living with social media, because we know that many do that, but she brought more. She chose to bring, see, I feel like you can bring social media, I'm sorry, you can bring influence to TV, radio, movies. You know what I'm saying? You can bring influence to all kind of ways. But we're talking about social media predominantly. Like we know many stars have, been discovered, all this different stuff through this. And sometimes these people doing visual videos, that's what I'm looking at. Just more real life showing a background and everything. Not laughing at her. I'm just saying how the culture is today is crazy to me. Like once again, I said on part one, I'm not this my audio commentary uh, recording is not to bash uh, anybody or any group or any followers of Miss Eugenia Cooney, but even the followers know, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones saying, like, man, I just feel like this, I can imagine being alive and people like, it's one thing behind your back, but right there, just scrolling in the comments, like, yeah, you finna die, you finna pass. In my opinion, my perception is just mad because she don't really just full blown outside of maybe blaming it on anorexia or telling people she go to the hospital and rehab and stuff sometimes. She really don't give too much more. I was talking about how she reminds me of Angelina Jolie and which she is one of my favorite actresses, and somebody else she reminded me of. On part one, I was talking about it because Angelina Jolie also went through her struggles. Like when I have a favorite somebody like an influence I look into, I'll be looking at that. You know, things that they I don't know why people thought struggle takes from your influence. I mean, no, why did Eugenia Cooney I guess I'm saying this in her defense in a way too, like your struggles don't take from your influence. If anything, this lady's story proves it seems like she got way more followers. But people start seeing it get little and just progressively see it happen. And that's the thing with this particular person. She progressively just got smaller, smaller, smaller. You know what I'm saying? At some point over a period of 7, 8 years, people saying she could have started on social media as early as 2011. This is part two now, y'all, of my commentary or reaction to her story or whatever right now. But it ain't like she's like they kind of influenced it where she just come out and do a story time about her health. That's what's crazy, I'm telling you. But she is influenced. You know, she do like cosplay, makeup tutorials, all kind of stuff. Fire topics and they go places and record themselves. I'm telling y'all, but that type of it's just time that we look at that type of social media influencing does at this point is safe to say a price. People think the price in itself is just like all the monetization. Clearly, these people are paying with more than that. Like, look at her health, you know? But see, it's all the like, not to take any shine or any of this from her, but it's all the accolades and everything worth it if this person is deteriorating on camera like that every like. But once again, where's the fine line drawn? Because you know that is her business, that's her health, that's her life. She's wrong. But where it gets interesting is many people have already tried to give her a ban because they feel like under the argument that she's influencing young people, you know, the wrong way. You know, when it comes to the influence and anorexia. What gets me about that is like, you know, at this point, LGBTQ community, so many other things have changed and become legal for our kids to see. It's just interesting that to read that people have been doing it to her. Like, you know, now it's different if you could say she's just doing explicit stuff and some just 100%. Um, but we're saying like just showing her health, showing her raw life like that is it normal? I mean, she ain't chose to get on social media or nothing, you know, because of her health, and it's crazy, you know. Nobody has banned her or took her down due to that, just because people wanted to see that, because they say they wanted to see her take her down more in support. Like, it's like to me, I'm just first looking at all the things like okay, and that was another little when it come to this trending topic and her being a trending topic in social media influence these days. Um, you know, people was already I was leaving off saying when I get my perception on this topic how when people put more of their life out there on social media, if people listen to me, in my opinion, you know, you damn near put everybody in there, everything else you connected to on there too. I don't care who you are. Even if you do, you think you're doing fake accounts, all that. It's just like, what? Come on, man. But y'all probably like, what are you saying? There's a connection with social media and her health or what? You never know. She collabs and promotes and does so much different things. You know what I mean? She's been out here on the scene, they say, in the spotlight on social media since 2011, actually. And people watched her just progressively lose weight. I was speaking on how I felt like I was a great candidate for the topic because just in general, everybody is different internally to me when it comes to my thoughts, like how I look at it. Um, Everybody grows different, eats different. She even said on a few interviews, what her favorite foods are. And though people were probably happy to hear that she eats, no matter how little she is, uh, like I said, I can't even spare it for the audio segment right now. Like she is really, really like people think she's finna pass soon, and just other signs like her eye twitching or arm twitching, or maybe how little she is. They just think that, right? And as a social media influencer on her level, I would just think and I'm just being honest, like you getting all this money and gifts and support, right? Like, I mean, even if I read she's been in rehab and clinics and stuff like this here and there, it's like, what's really being done though? Because, and the family and people close to her just be like, she don't want their help. That's what I ain't gonna say that's what they blame it on, but this is what they say, like they can't always force somebody to get help, force somebody to go to the doctor, because I know how that can be too. That's sad. But once again, if the person not 100%, that's what the followers and everybody like. Is it addiction? Is it this? Is it that? And it's crazy when it comes to social media and the way things is today. When you put your self out there like that, because they feel like if you won't give them the answer on social media, they just gonna invite themselves into your life to find out what's going on. And it depends on what it is. Look at the Eligio Bishop situation. Did not all those ladies get set free, captive, and they end up picking that man up? Not saying she might, because that's just one of the rumors. People say, people wonder if she was just being held against her will to do social media content. So many conspiracies. It's so crazy wrapped around this very popular social media influencer by the name of Eugenia Cooney. It's really crazy. Like all these different conspiracies before I even had my personal, like, well, what would I think about it? Like get to a serious, to the bottom, you know, because you don't know nothing for sure. Most people don't even believe in things for sure until they see it with their own eyes. I am still like that too. I have that part of me that still lives. Some things I'm like, man, I can feel this, hear this, even dream this, but yeah, did you see it with your own eyes? Well, some things you don't have to. That's what people trying to say with this video and what she shows and what they see about her on camera. And that's her personal choice. I mean, that's all we know right now. To put herself out there like that for this long, I feel like the timing has to be considered, like how long she's been an influencer too, and like just what she looked like when she first came out. She probably is in treatment. She probably does have plans to work on her health. Like we don't know, but even I went and looked at the videos. She looks really bad and stuff. It's crazy. Anybody, and if she's so sweet and just gentle and everything as she presents herself to be, why wouldn't we want you to get help? I'm just another, not new person speaking on her, saying anything new when it comes to talking about her, but it's definitely like I'm just a part of that, right? Want the best for her, want to see her get the right care and all that kind of stuff too. Yeah, people say they want her banned because she shares content. I'm like, my question to that is like, y'all want her banned because she's sick, because a sick content creator is still thriving? I don't know. You got to be more specific if you're trying to get somebody banned, if that's even a thing when it comes to her. As long as she been out there and as much influence as she pushes, I was like, this topic here, this story here is really interesting. I think that her battle with her health might be deeper than just like her health. I think she's going through something spiritual for real, like, cause she just been literally still pushing content. That's literally what I see with the Eugenia Cooney story. still influencing, still, no matter how sick people say she look in the comments or this or that. Once again, there's so many different avenues and ways today to share content, through books, through AI, through all this different stuff, right? But she chooses to share her physical. I mean, and many other YouTubers do it. I even at one point, had videos where you show me people can actually see you. And that's just, she's a prime example of that, I guess is a good way to say it. So why wouldn't she, me just coming in with my new perception about it, why wouldn't, being fair on both sides when it comes to the reactors to her story and also her, why wouldn't she, I just got stuck in my thought there for a second, but I just feel like, why wouldn't she, I feel just, like, got tongue tied, y'all, because this is like a deep, why wouldn't what I say be considered as well? Like, social media scandals we know exist for sure, but I'm just wondering, is it like something deeper, like a spiritual connection type of deal with what she might be going through? Because maybe she has gone to rehabs, maybe she got to the doctor, all that, but I'm just saying, look how long she has survived just the way she is. That's stories like this, I can't help but have hope for that person. Like HOPE. Some comment on her feeds and stuff and be like, no, there's no more hope, she's far gone. How y'all know that? Y'all Superman and got this special vision or something where y'all can see her organs and liver and stuff. Some people can be saved through blood transfusions, organ transplant. Yes, it's a lot, and it's a lot of money too. But look how many followers and people shouldn't have had this long supporting her, right? But it would be a lot of work. But hope is hope. Probably, even if she has damaged some things on her body. I'm just like, why are people so quick in the social media world, right? To go ahead and denounce her and dismiss her. Because really, me personally, I don't really see anything with her as an influencer outside of what she might be going on with her health that's 100% noticeable at this time. Like anybody that goes and uh check out her videos or her channels, her IG and stuff like that, you can totally see it. And she chooses to share it. Maybe she should get more vocal. She never know who it might. I mean, maybe she should get very, 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 very vocal. Get more out about that. Once again, it goes back to the motive of the influence to me. Like, but people have already gone that far to try to get her just completely all her content banned, knowing that this is how you are monetized. This is how, I would say, wouldn't you want her up there? If you feel like something really wrong with her, let her stay up there and share content. Maybe at least you have a connection with the young lady. If you really say you're concerned and stuff like that, I don't know. Don't try to get her stuff, man. I mean, that's my opinion about it. For ghostwriter services, we still are offering those, just to throw that out there in the middle of the topic real quick. Ghostwriter and content management services, digital content management services. You trying to put a ebook out there, you need flyers, you need help with your manuscript, you need help with illustrations, you need help with a book cover, you never know. Email us at crowncontently@gmail.com, okay? Give me up to 24 hours to respond, and let's see how we might be able to help you. We're Crown Publishing Content. We're publishing and marketing creative content finally meet. But I just think she's going through something spiritual. I think she's somebody, because y'all know with a lot of that dark stuff, it's and then she persistently just come back. She doing her thing on social media. She's still trying to live her life as an influencer. She takes pictures. She definitely captures it. We know she's not hurting for anything, because she showcases all this expensive makeup and clothing, and all this stuff, right? That's what trips me out about this too, right? Like I don't know which side of it to feel just quite yet, because that definitely is evidence of like you're definitely making income off of what you do as a social media influencer. Like why can't this be invested in her health? Could this be a sign of just real bad depression? To see a person, because we know what letting their self go might look like. Because a person like me, once again, being a good candidate for this topic, I have, if people have watched me right during life, I have gained and lost weight a lot. Um, but I know that when I'm living a certain way, I'm keeping on a certain healthy weight. Maybe I should say it that way, but this is me personally. Like if I'm living, eating a better way, uh, not participating in certain habits, you know what I'm saying? Staying hydrated and working out. Don't add that working out to it. Everything about me changes, but that's me personally. Like, especially you gonna notice that because I'm gonna put on. I'm so small, just small framed as a person. Small frame don't mean shapeless or nothing like that. You just small frame, right? But that muscle will begin to just fill out because we know that muscle weight is also weight, right? But if you don't even have muscle weight, if we go look at Miss Eugenia Cooney and just that's where people concerned. You know what I mean? They're concerned. Muscle weight. But even without that, like let's say I just haven't worked those and I lose weight, it's crazy how I could just like start back on that routine. It's crazy to be aware of it too, but we have to know ourselves. That don't mean don't take care of yourself because you know you can always just boom get yourself. You want to gain weight, you know exactly how to do it. Me, or if I want to lose weight, I know the things. Or let's say I don't want to be a certain weight no more. I feel like I done got too little. Uh, it's different factors with everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. That's crazy if you can sit there, you know exactly what to eat, what kind of diet to get on, what kind of protein, what to put in it when you want to put on 20 pounds. But even with me, you know what I'm saying? We already know it could be, because that's the whole thing I wanted to talk about with this topic and awareness when it comes to like overactive and underactive thyroid, and how like a underactive one doesn't burn off uh, fat as fast as it should or something like that, or it does it a little slower. Therefore, you're not burning weight as much as you want to. So it's like those carbs and all that extra stuff sit up. Those sugars sit up on people different. Let me say it in my own words because I'm not a doctor. But the underactive thyroid, it's like that's a person with a kind of overactive metabolism because we're saying underactive. Active is like normal level. Underactive, it's not or oh, I'm sorry, I'm explaining them backwards. But the overactive thyroid probably would burn fat too fast. Underactive is doing it slow, so that's where you see like heavier people and them taking better care of their heart and considering their muscles and things like this. But even if she's not aware, that's where getting medical attention comes in at dietitian, all the different stuff. But I just personally still have hope for her and just hope that I don't know, like, because I know all I can say honestly is I agree with everybody else. She just way too little, and it's sad. For whatever reason, she feel like we know that y'all know how people be like, my body, my right, my rights, my body, my choice. You know, there should be like a limit to that in a way. You know, I feel like people, whatever, freedom is always beautiful until it's just like abused to the core. Period. I'm gonna leave part two like this. Give this video a like, and I'm going to upload part three really soon because I wasn't done with my commentary on this topic about Miss Eugenia Cooney. But I do thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe bell so that you are notified when we have new uploads, videos, interviews, and commentary audio videos just like these. Okay. Thank you guys for your support. Until next time.